Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to switch to my hand view and turn on my recording. All right, so there's the card we're going to make. Okay. Oh no, it won't let me record for some reason. Oh well, I will just download it from Facebook to put it on YouTube. But there's the card we're going to make today. And I use that Quite Curvy bundle. I am loving that bundle. I use the Just For You. I didn't use the Made with Love. That might be one I cut apart because I haven't cut any of my photopolymer apart, but this one might be one that I do it because I want that Just For You to use. And then I use the curvy dies, but I use this lacy looking one. So that's what we're going to be using today. And this is the card we're going to make. All right, I'm going to move that over there so you can still see it. Okay, I got to check and see how far over I can go. All right, the first thing I did was I took the herringbone pattern from Peony Garden, and it was actually a full piece. And I used that die to cut like this. And I saved this piece, and this is the piece that we're going to use today. And then, because this piece has to be a certain amount, because you want to make sure that the pink shows through. Now you could cut a strip to put under there, but I just use the DSP. You want to take and make sure that this paper is the right width, and I cut it out, and this time it's going to be a reverse, so we're going to see the gray through it. I used a piece of petal pink that's 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to add this piece to my right hand side. I guess we could do it the other way, but let me see. Nope, the flowers would look funny to me. So we're going to do it this way. It'll just be a different layout. The only thing different is which one gets the cutout. All right, so I'm going to put this on here. This is going to be a fairly quick card, only because I know everybody's got a lot going on. All right, so then this one goes on, and what you have to do when you put this on is you have to watch your spacing on the side and make sure this goes in far enough that you see the gray. And you want to match your top and your bottom. So it's just, all right, come on. Now that one's not going to work. I'm down to the end on all of these. So I have to keep switching back and forth. All right. So I'm going to add this on here. It's got to come up just a little. Come on. There we go. There we go. And so the gray now shows through that cutout. I don't know what else to call it. So we have it. And then, you know, I kind of played with my sentiment and I said, it's missing something. So I pulled out my Whisper White crinkled seam binding and I decided to add a bow. This would make, to me, a very pretty wedding card. And you could just change your sentiment. I love this pink and gray. I was never a fan of petal pink paper until this color until this paper came out, and I have used it more and more. It's peachy looking to me. So you have to, it's not a true pink. So I kind of watch to see which colors I match it with. Put this on. so. Put some tearing tape over the back. I debated about whether to put this on a pink card, but then I decided to put it on the white because to do the two pieces, it's really too hard to try and do it on a card base. You're better off putting it on a piece of cardstock, colored cardstock. But once you get it on there, then it's easy to go the rest of the way. All right. So I'm going to add this to the top. And you could always cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5 if you wanted to. It's not. Oh, grab the wrong one again. Whoops. I keep grabbing that one. I'm thinking it might be totally empty. I may move it back over to the other table where I usually craft and see what happens. Ooh, I want to take those backs off first so that it'll stick down. Do this without getting the glue all over me. This would be easy to do with any of the dies that are curvy. You could do this with the one that cuts out the little holes. It's still a curve, but it cuts out the holes, and use some masculine paper for a masculine card. All right, then I took a piece of Whisper White, and it's an offcut from when I cut down my stamps, and this is actually a 1/2 inch wide, and I'm going to ink up just bottom words, the just you. I don't know if there's any other sentiments. I'm always looking, I don't know about you guys, but I'm always looking for general sentiments. Is that what you guys look for when you go to stamp? I'm going to put this down straight so I can get it on there straight. Of course, that doesn't mean I did, and I didn't. Good thing I got a second side. I could tell the minute I set it down it wasn't going to work. This is why I think I want to cut this apart, because I think it would be better if I could take and use the ink pad to stamp it. But I haven't done it yet, but I will. All right, now, there, I think I got it this time. See, it's still not very dark. That one was darker. That's why I think I need to cut this apart. Let me see. Do I have a 1/2 inch one over here? Is this a 1/2 inch? Nope, it's a little bit smaller. Let me see. Let me look in my scraps. This one 1/2 inch. Close enough. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut this apart, and then I'm going to use my, when you cut these apart, you got to be careful you don't cut. This one is close together, so hopefully I'm not cutting the tops or bottoms off of anything. I don't know if I'll use that Made with Love Just for You. All right, now I'm going to go get my pad, ink pad. And let's see if this stamps better. And it's cut well enough that I'm going to stamp it down here. See, it stamps so much better. I'm glad I cut it. Yes. All right. There we go. All right. I'm pulling in my favorite punch here. If this thing ever breaks on me, I don't know what I'm going to do, because it's a retired punch from way back when. It's that banner punch, but it makes the best. You can go up to like 5/8 of an inch. 3/4 is too big. 5/8 of an inch, and you just stick the end in between the cutting blades and flip it around, push it through, and you got it. And then all you have to do is center it. 5/8 is good because it centers pretty well. All right, so then this goes on with dimensionals. All right, so I'm going to add my dimensionals on here. Oops, drop that one. I'll get it later. I am really loving the dies in this set. I haven't played with the stamp set much. I've played with the dies a lot, but I love these curves. I need to do some research and see what other people have done with them. I did use that. There's one stamp in there that I have used. All right, let me get my sentiment on here. And I just put it down here at the bottom. Then I'm going to tie a bow. This ribbon, I love it, but it is kind of temperamental for your bow. So you can't pull it too tight. But if you want a tiny bow, you have to kind of do it a little bit at a time. And then when you get it down to where it's fairly small, then you can take and pull it tight. But if you pull it too tight, trying to make the loops smaller, it causes a problem. All right. Let me see which side is better. I think this side is. I'm going to use this. And since this ribbon is so thin and tiny in the dot, I just put a dot right in the center, and it does catch the ribbons on each side. And I decided to put the bow on this side since I put my sentiment on that side, so they offset each other. And then it still needed something, so I pulled in my gems, my rhinestones. I hadn't played with my rhinestones in a while, and I just started adding them on there till I was happy with what I had. Come on. And I tried to stagger them so that they weren't in a straight line. It just gives it more interest. And there it is, a quick and easy card